Portions of the following program may have been pre-recorded.
The following program's views, claims, or ideas may not reflect those of WSRR Radio or StylesRebelRadio.com.
And now, we take you behind enemy lines with Lucas DeRazio and Dom Ferro on WSRR Radio.
All Browns fans will go to heaven where football season's never ending. The leaves have changed, smell it in the air. Where every morning is a Sunday morning, the grill is firing and the drinks are pouring. All Browns fans will go to heaven and our Modell can go to hell.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Behind Enemy Lines right here on WSRR Radio, nationally local, meaning we play your local bands nationally on a coast-to-coast stage. This is your Cleveland Sports Talk Show from Pittsburgh. I'm Lucas DeRazio, joined as always by Dominic Ferro. It is February 25th at 12:40 p.m. Thank you for joining us on your Friday morning, 10 o'clock. On Friday, February 27th, and we are here on WSR Radio Behind Enemy Lines. Dom, the Winter Olympics has come to a close with some fireworks in the final event, the men's hockey game. OT winner from Jack Hughes, men's and women's hockey both winning gold in Milan. That's right, 2 for 2. First men's gold medal since 1980, the Miracle on Ice.
Pretty crazy.
When the United States beat the Finns in the gold medal match.
Correct.
That's right. I watched the documentary. Did you watch that? The Miracle on Ice?
I did.
The Boys of 80.
It was pretty good.
It wasn't too bad.
Now, a lot of people were saying it was like I don't know. There's so many films about the Miracle on Ice, including Miracle. There's been documentaries. I didn't think it was that crazy.
No, it wasn't anything groundbreaking. I do think it was a little bit more.
You don't need to watch it.
There was a little bit more, not a ton, but there was a little bit more of background on the team members, and they got to talk about their dads a little bit.
Yeah.
And stuff like them growing up.
That was
just a
pretty
touch.
cool.
Not a ton, but just a touch.
Yeah, there are a few cool scenes in there.
Yeah.
But this new generation of guys, it's not quite the same because in that Olympics in 1980s, they were all college kids. No one thought they were going to win. In this one,
they weren't quite underdogs this year.
Yeah, but Canada.
I mean, they were a little bit in the finals. Canada's, probably the best team in the nation, or in the world. Excuse me.
Canada was definitely favorites. Start the tournament, and then once the game, the betting lines, it was pretty much pick 'em.
Yeah, especially once Sidney Crosby went out. That makes a big difference.
But they still had dogs out there.
Yeah,
they really dominated most of the game.
They did. They really did. I mean, Hellebuck, someone said it. I don't know if it was was Tirico doing the commentary? No, he was doing kind of the studio stuff.
Yeah.
But the commentator said shades of Jim Craig here because he was standing on his head between the pipes. He was making some great plays. I will say Canada missed some big shots that were come on. Makar had multiple wide open shots.
Yeah.
And they just missed.
Puck was just bouncing the right way.
That's exactly
right.
It was a
great game. The first goal from the United States, I think that was Matt Boldy.
Yeah,
where he just floated it up. That was impressive in between the two guys. That was nice. Yeah. And then of course the golden goal from Jack Hughes.
Jack Hughes fully when he got hit with the stick and he bashed his teeth, the awesome teeth. He was bleeding on the ice. I was like, he's going to score the game winner. I just knew. I was like, it writes itself there.
Well, when he first got hit with that high stick, then it was the power play. And
they had a 4-minute power play.
Yeah, and I think there's only 4 minutes left. That was pretty much. Yeah, there was a minute after that power play expired.
Well, then at the end of it, Hughes also. They went back and he tripped a guy.
Yeah, and then I thought
they had the power. Canada had the power play at the end of the regulation.
I thought he was going to be the villain.
Yes, it was he put himself in great position. Then he got a little bit too much. I almost thought now he's trying to be the winner so that he can take a picture with his busted teeth and be like, I was the American hero. got a little bit outside of himself and ended up having that trip, went to the penalty box.
Well, that picture is all time.
Yes, of
him with the
course.
U.S. flag, the missing tooth.
Most definitely.
It's going to be in people's basements for the rest of
that was a
for
great
the next
pic.
50 years probably.
It was a great picture.
I kind of want to get a signed photo of that.
That would be
Before
great.
It gets too crazy because it could be a legendary. It could kickstart the U.S. really dominating hockey. Like we dominate all the other four major sports.
I do think that
three.
It was nice to see, or it was nice to hear that like the commentators were saying like the 1980 team really inspired a generation, and they really like helped grow the game of hockey in America a lot. And this team kind of has the same chance to do something similar. And I really do think that this could be kind of a turning point for American hockey. Now, like, this might sound a little far-fetched, but like heated rivalry came out. Like,
no, that definitely helped the game.
Hockey in the Olympics. Like, hockey's kind of
on the rise.
It's more in the spotlight now than it's been for some time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Especially
like,
for the U.S., like Canada.
Yeah, in America at least. Yeah,
but yeah, heated rivalry definitely expanded.
Heated rivalry
the game
put it on a pedestal a little bit more.
Because I mean, I've followed hockey for a while, but like I've worked in hockey like the last 3 years, and so I'm like constantly like on Twitter looking at stuff.
Yeah,
and the difference of likes on hockey stuff 2 years ago compared to now is night and day. I mean, a few years ago, if something crazy happened in the NHL, maybe it would get like 4,000, 5,000 likes.
Yeah.
Now it's just like
you'll have to hunt for it a little bit.
It's like a picture of Sidney Crosby like looking good, and it will have like 20,000 likes. I'm like, where did all these people come from?
Yeah.
And I really do think heated rivalry.
Someone said that heated rivalry basically did for the NHL what Taylor Swift did for the NFL, where it was like it brought the ladies into it. You know, it's getting it a little bit more into the social zeitgeist of like social media and like pop culture.
NFL said we're gonna bring the girls. NHL said we're gonna take a step further. We're gonna bring the girls and the gays.
That's right. We're gonna bring the boys.
We're bringing everybody.
We're bringing the
most
boys.
Sport in the world. And then of course it like everybody was on the same team for the next about 12 hours.
Not even
until things.
I'd say 20 minutes.
Yeah,
it took about
an hour.
It really pissed me off because like it's such a. Especially because, like, leading up to that game, too, I was watching that Miracle on Ice, documentary, and they're talking about, like, the country was in a dark time, the Cold War was going on, like, stuff was going on overseas, like, Jimmy Carter was the president, and, blah, 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 all this different stuff. Nation was divided. People were burning flags in the 70s. Now they're, lifting them up and chanting USA in the 80s because of this. And I was like, this is actually a great chance for like the same thing to happen. Like this could be a great unifying force. And I thought it was like that for about like, maybe 20 minutes is a little bit of an overstatement, but maybe an hour, a couple hours.
It was until Dylan Larkin was on like Instagram Live or something and he got Kash Patel.
Yeah. Why is Kash Patel there? I feel like that was part of
that's what started the
next, but why did right-wing conservatives like grasp onto this and be like, yeah, take that, liberals, suck on that, baby? Why is it a conservative viewpoint to be proud of your country? Like, Jack Hughes in the interview after, like, I think I'm pretty like moderate. Like, I don't lean to one side or the other. Maybe I lean left a little bit, but like, and especially recently. But like, I watched the interview after, and he was like, "We're so proud to be Americans. Like, we're putting on for our country, stuff like that." Like, and I watched it, and I was like, "That's great. This is awesome." And I kind of even wanted him to say, like, not everything's as great as it could be right now, but we're still proud to be Americans, and like whatever, like we're doing this for our country and whatever. But he didn't say any of that. He didn't make it political at all. All he said was, "I'm proud to be an American. We're proud of our country. We did this for our country." And
better speech than any president's given in the last decade.
And I go on Instagram and I see like this football coach that I used to have that's a huge MAGA guy. You can just tell, and he was like, "Oh, take that, snowflakes!" Like in a world of Megan Rapinos, be a Jack Hughes. Like the liberals couldn't even take this. Blah. And I was like, why is that a Republican viewpoint to be proud of your country and to be happy that they won?
Yeah. No, I really hate everything that happened after the game. Like I like following politics. I like following news, but this is like the worst side of politics because some of it is is fake outrage. Some of it, I guess, is real. So I guess like we can give the people some background. Like Kash Patel, the FBI director, was partying with the boys after they won.
Why is he in the locker room?
He shouldn't have been. They tried to keep it a secret, which is a problem. The other problem is it's like our taxpayers' money is paying for his private jet. But I mean, that's a separate discussion. The clip of him just on the live stream is one thing. And then a few hours later, you get the video of him pounding the beer with the gold medal on his chest.
Yes.
You haven't done anything. Like,
it's like embarrassing. I think Jon Stewart said it on the Daily Show. He was like, "Is he a Make-A-Wish kid?" Like he literally looks like he looks like the JV kid that they brought into the locker room, and they're like, "Yeah, you're part of us, right?" Like,
it was an unbelievable sight, and so that's one thing. I think that's one thing that I'm slightly outraged about.
Yeah.
And then you get the phone call from the president.
That was the big. I didn't even see this, but my fiance told me about it,
and that took things to a whole nother level, I think.
Yeah, go ahead. Give the people what exact, because I didn't see or hear this, but I heard it from a secondhand source. So what was the exact?
So I think Trump calls Kash Patel. Kash Patel puts on speaker. All the boys are around. And he's like saying like congratulations and stuff.
Which there's nothing wrong with that. Like,
for sure.
The Miracle on Ice team talked to Jimmy Carter after they won, and like that's fine.
100%.
And he just congratulated them.
No problem with that at all. And then he says something about, so I want to invite you guys to the State of the Union on Tuesday. Like, do you want to do that? Like, yeah. And then he's like, and also I just have to let you know I have to invite the women's team as well, or they'll impeach me.
Yeah.
Which is like a bad joke. Not a joke that's not funny, but these guys laugh at it, which any person would do.
Yeah, like you got the president.
Just a nervous laugh.
Like okay.
None of these guys are gonna stand up and be like, "President, that's messed
up." Donald, please
stop. Have some class.
Yeah,
like, no one's gonna do that. So people were upset at the team, which I think is crazy. I think most sane people, think that.
And crazy. I also think some people were upset at them because, like, they were like, why did they have Kash Patel there? Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, why are they, like, again, it's like, what are you going to do? Like, be like, no, get out of here.
Yeah.
Like, you just won a gold medal. You're euphoric. Like, you're not going to be like, hey, leave.
Yeah.
Like,
none of the players invited him in the locker room. It's just, the people targeting the team, I think
that's
absurd.
Insane. That's very insane.
The people who didn't like Donald Trump, I mean, he just proved exactly like what he is. So like, there's nothing's changed. It's just, big deal out of nothing when we were all on the same page like 2 hours prior.
Exactly.
That's the part that hurts.
It does. And again, I don't want to like blame one side or the other, but like the fact that this could have been such a unifying thing, and immediately it was like, take that, like our side's right, even though you're an American too, and like whatever, like somehow I'm relating this back to me and like our political views. It was like, I don't know what that has to do with anything, but all right.
I think what's absurd is like we heard for years and years that politics should like not be in sports.
Yes, that's another thing.
And then as soon as like
hypocrisy of it all,
as soon as like it's cool for the one side, then it's like, well, actually we want as much politics in sports. Like when the FIFA World Cup pulling up the White House, you got
when LeBron and like NBA players were talking about like Black Lives Matter stuff and like police brutality, they're like, oh, shut up and dribble.
Yeah.
And all that.
Say that. Yeah.
And now it's like the other way where it's like, no, you have to use your platform.
Yeah.
So why is the difference? Well, let's be honest. I think part of the difference is because the entire Olympic hockey team is white. So, of course, then I'm sure part of that perpetuates like these guys, at least they know what they're talking about because they look like they do.
Yeah. And just part of like, you can sense that things have changed, like where, I mean, I don't agree with this, but the conservative movement is like cooler now than it was before. I don't agree with that, but that's the way it seems like
part of it, I guess,
in the culture. I think, I don't know. Just seems like they're more willing to bring that stuff into sports now.
Kash Patel too, like wants to be so cool. Like, I don't know why. There's just something about him that like, I feel like in college, like he was doing well and like, he's a smart guy. Like something about just his entire vibe gives me like, he was doing well. He's a smart guy. And he was like, I should join a frat for the networking opportunities. Like it's a business frat. And like, they give you that speech that like, oh, we have this many CEOs and blah, blah, blah. And like this many politicians as part of our frat. And then he did it. And then like the the real frat bros like almost like got him to be more of like a beer pong shirt off guy to where he thought that was cool because the guys that he thought were cool were doing it. And like he just seems so desperately like he's grasping to be this like
trying to fit in,
tough macho dude who like is one of the boys.
And like if he was like doing a good job and then he celebrated them, that's one thing. But the fact that he's fumbled on so many different like major cases of like murders and missing people, there's just
and the Epstein files.
Yeah, like there's just too many things to name where that guy shouldn't be on video pounding beers.
Yeah,
at all.
Well, someone else, I saw this the same coach that I was talking about. He posted this one video of like that. I think he was a skier or something like near the beginning of the Olympics, and he was like, I'm kind of in a weird place because like I'm wearing the flag on my chest and like I do represent my country and like I'm proud to be an American basically, but like I don't agree with everything that's going on and like whatever. And then it was like that video, and then it cut to like The Rock saying like "Shut up, bitch," and then it was Jack Hughes scoring a goal. I'm like, again, like he's like, why is that so liberal for him to be like, yeah, I don't really love that my president was, in these Epstein files showing that he's a pedophile and has probably done unspeakable things to people who are underage, but like why is that cool for you guys?
Yeah, it's definitely strange.
I don't understand it. The entire, and yeah, again, like you mentioned too, like the whole keeping politics out of sports, like the hypocrisy of everything. I feel like they've done the same thing in terms of like branding. Like I was listening to a podcast the other day that they were talking about like originally like Republicans said this again about liberals, and like they said this about like the left, that they are like virtue signaling in all of their marketing things, like basically like you should buy this product because it's sourced ethically and whatever and all that stuff. And they were like, oh, that's terrible. Like you shouldn't do that. Like, and part of that I do agree with. Like I'm not saying that that's okay. Like sourced ethically is one thing, but like donations to LGBTQ plus like organizations, like if you buy this product you're supporting that, which is good. Like I don't hate that, but like now it's completely swung the other way where like the Republicans do it like 5 times as hard, where it's all like patriot pills and stuff like that. Like everything is the opposite way.
There's a lot of grifting, like a lot of cheap ploys,
and it's all
just businesses.
It's all just for someone sitting at a desk to make money. They don't actually like, do they really care whether or not, they're donating to whoever it is?
Yeah, no. It's just to get people. Fool people, some would say.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful capitalistic system.
Beautiful country. It's a beautiful experiment we got here in this country. You know what? I saw some, like, it was easier, like, before, like, to kind of envision what the future is. Now, like, you can't even imagine what 4 years from now is going to look like.
No clue.
Because things are just rapidly moving.
Yeah.
It's a good time out here.
Yeah, no, we're loving it. We're loving what we're living through right now.
Honestly, though, like, it is one of the best times. As much as things are crazy, like, if you think about, like, 400 years ago, what you would be doing right now?
Yeah.
You wouldn't have Netflix. You wouldn't even have a comfortable seat to sit.
Yeah.
Constant
the
war, probably.
comforts of home are obviously a lot better. The day-to-day life is a lot better now, I guess. But
sometimes I do think, though, like, I'm not meant to be sitting in a chair most of the day. Like, I should be out, like, work on the farm or something.
I agree.
It just seems like my body would feel a lot better if I was doing that.
On days where I'm moving, I feel you significantly notice your mood is improved. I remember in like high school, I would notice this. Like, I used to 3 days a week, I would wake up before school and go and work out before school.
Yeah.
Then you're done for the day. You don't have to do it after classes, like whatever.
You have the best days.
Those 3 days, I would like physically maybe feel tired, but like I would be in a great mood.
Yeah.
And like I felt sharp in my classes and stuff. I would do that Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I specifically remember I would come in and be like, brain fog, kind of be like, I have no clue what to do on this problem.
Yeah.
Like in a math class or something, like just completely like out of my realm
for sure
for the first 2 or 3 periods of the day.
Yeah.
Whereas
Gotta get your body moving.
yeah,
Gotta
you get a
out
sweat in, you get a shower before 7:30. You're feeling great.
for sure. Feeling like $1,000,000.
That's right. Sometimes I feel like I should try to go back to that, waking up early to work out, and I can't.
It's pretty
Can't
brutal.
do it.
So it's a bad feeling when you first wake up.
Yeah.
Oh hell no.
Oh no. This morning I had to wake up early. I went into court for an eviction hearing.
Oh,
I was up early last night.
you have to
Felt
testify.
real good about myself. Went to bed at like 10.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was moving and grooving.
You have to speak in court.
No, I didn't say a single thing.
You just sat there.
Here's in our last couple seconds here before our first break, my cheat code to court is just have it was like one of these small magisterial district courts, whatever.
Yeah.
Just have your attorney be a lady because the judge will just love them. Like she was this young girl, she's like our age, and she was very kind, very polite, and the guy was like, "You're doing great." The judge was clearly just loving her.
Let's go.
So that's my cheat code. Find a lady attorney who is knows what she's doing, obviously, but also like polite and can carry herself.
Fantastic.
Because like right away, the guy was just like, "Yeah, you guys are in and out." Like he loved us.
I'm
so.
glad you didn't get evicted.
No, it wasn't my eviction. I was putting the eviction on. But
I know.
stick with us through this break behind enemy lines here on WSR Radio.
The following State of the Union is brought to you by WSRR Radio in partnership with GenericClothes.com.
My fellow Americans, for weeks now, people have been asking me for the files. They want the truth. They want the names. They've said, show us the names. Well, today I'm going to do just that. These are the files. Page 1, we have it on good authority that was sending to. We know this because of his involvement with terrible guy, honestly. Of course, this means, unfortunately, and were also involved due to communications between and investigators believe may have known about as early as 2001, terrible year, which raises serious questions about and whether or not, and regrettably,
there's a time for details. Your clothing brand isn't it. Nobody cares about those details. Get to the point with GenericClothes.com.
Based out of Chicago, Synergy Music Studio is built for artists who care about the sound of their music. From recording, mixing, and mastering, to full production and live studio sessions, Synergy works hands-on to help artists turn ideas into finished professional releases. They support the Chicago scene, and they welcome new artists anytime. If you're serious about your sound, start at SynergyMusicStudio.com today.
Playing the ball where it lies. Lucas and Dom are back on WSRR Radio.
Welcome back to Behind Enemy Lines here on WSRR Radio, the machine that kills monopolies. That's right. We're brought to you by our friends at YourBuddiesGarage.com. Your Buddies Garage sells a selection of salvaged, used, and scrapped auto parts and accessories, perfect for quick fix or first stop before the shop. Don't waste your money at the shop. Go to YourBuddiesGarage.com today. Get yourself fixed up right. That's right. Before you pay a pro, see what your buddies got at YourBuddiesGarage.com. Lucas, we're back here on WSR Radio. We're going to talk a little bit of NFL, a little bit of free agency. The off season's officially kicked off, but before we do that, I got a question. What chicken do I give off, okay? Roast chicken, rotisserie chicken, fried chicken, chicken nugget, chicken wing, chicken tender, butter chicken, chicken curry, chicken burger, or popcorn chicken?
Now, is this what you would eat or what you are? Because I think what you
Probably like if I was like an AI character.
What you would eat, I feel like you would go chicken burger, which is like a chicken patty.
I
feel
don't
like
know chicken burger
good
guy.
with that. But what you are,
I'd never eat chicken burger.
maybe like an herb crusted chicken.
Whoa.
Herb
Whoa.
roasted chicken. Yeah,
You
something
went
like
with
that.
number 11.
Yeah.
Other.
Other?
Was that an option on here?
I don't know. What
think
was
you
it?
just picked-
Roasted at the beginning, or
Yeah, a nice roast chicken.
Yeah,
that's a
maybe
pretty
that.
good one.
That's what I'd go with.
I think you're a solid like rotisserie chicken.
Yeah, you might be a rotisserie chicken too,
Pretty good.
actually, because I know you do like the rotisserie. You like the bagged rotisserie chicken for whatever reason.
Chicken burger got to be the worst though.
I feel like
You don't want to be a chicken burger.
What do you think? You think I'm rotisserie chicken?
Yeah, you can be rotisserie.
I can't be
I'll take
fried.
roast.
I think I.
You can be
I think
chicken
I might.
wing.
I might go butter chicken.
Whoa,
I think that might be the one I want to be.
that's not bad. That's pretty good.
That might be the one. That might be the one with the most flavor packed into it.
Popcorn chicken. Don't sleep on that though.
Popcorn. Remember Arby's used to have popcorn chicken.
Really?
And I used to get it all the time with my grandpa, and they used to have this. They'd serve it to you in a cup, and then they'd have a lid on it that you'd put on,
Yeah.
and you'd
Shake it up.
Put the sauce in there, and then you'd shake it up. Yeah, that was the way to do it.
That sounds great.
That was the way to do it.
Let me
Arby's.
put you onto a play though.
Arby's is slept on.
I haven't been to Arby's in years, but the last time I went, it was pretty good. But a sneaky play: go to Chick-fil-A, get whatever sandwich you like, get whatever sauce you like. Take the patty out from the bun, out from the pickles, put that inside the bag. Then you pour the sauce in the bag.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that.
Coat that thing up.
What if I get but I get the what is it? It's like the
Polynesian.
deluxe sandwich.
Oh yeah,
So then they don't give you a bag; they give you a box.
yeah. It might not work
Yeah,
because then you need to scrape that cheese off too.
I do use the Polynesian though. That's my
Really?
go-to. Spicy sandwich with the Polynesian sauce, a little sweet and spicy action.
I mean, the deluxe ain't bad. It's pretty good, but then you can't coat it. I go spicy sandwich with extra pickles.
Ooh,
Coat it in the buffalo sauce. Maybe I'll throw a little
extra
bit of
spice.
yeah, for sure. Maybe
Okay.
throw a little bit of Chick-fil-A sauce on the bun.
I'm such a big sweet and salty, sweet and savory type guy. What I had this weekend for breakfast, this was one of the best breakfast. Nah, I don't know. I shouldn't say that because I have a lot of good breakfasts.
It's up there though.
But I made a piece of toast, put some jam on it.
Yep.
I made a
What
hash
kind?
brown patty, just an Italian bread.
No, what kind of jam?
Oh, mixed, like
Oh.
a mixed fruit preserve.
Mm.
So it was like raspberry. I think it was like raspberry, grape, strawberry, something. I don't know what else.
Apricot.
I don't know, but I don't think there's no apricots in there. But little four fruit spread. And then I put a hash brown patty on top of there that I air fried, and then I soft boiled 2 eggs, which I haven't done I shouldn't say in a while. I've never done it, but I learned from our guy Big E
Really?
how to soft boil eggs.
He was putting you on to
He
egg.
put me on to soft boiled eggs.
When was he making eggs around you?
The one time he asked me and my fiance to come over for brunch.
Oh, that's
And we
nice.
came over and they had
Mimosa.
mimosas and we had some coffee and what else? They had a bunch of hash browns out. They had
Wow.
bacon.
What a spread.
It was a great spread. They had bagels with lox.
Whoa.
Yeah, with the smoked salmon. He was putting on for
He
us.
really
There was
did.
no expense spared
That's
at all.
unbelievable.
It was his girlfriend's birthday weekend, so that was like their birthday brunch.
I've
But-
never had lox. I've always wanted to try it.
It's good.
Thing is, like breakfast though, like I don't know if
I
I can stomach that for breakfast.
The first time I ever had lox, this is crazy actually. This is insane. The first time I ever had lox was at an airport. I saw it up there. It was like lox,
Yeah.
bagel with lox, and I was like, I don't even know what that is. I was probably in like 8th grade or something. I was like, sure, I'll get that, and it was not bad. Like, it was kind of like weird,
Yeah.
especially because I was in an airport and like I was not expecting it, but like
Yeah.
I was like, it's pretty good.
I mean, I gotta try it one day.
It's not
like
something
I'd
I'll-
like.
It's not something like seek out, but if it's there, I'll have it.
Yeah. This is separate but related. Like those old like This Is ESPN commercials.
Yeah.
There was one where they're like having like a breakfast meeting.
Uh-huh.
They've got like bagels and
Yeah.
and stuff. And then like Andrew McCutcheon and then like a bunch of like pirate mascots.
Oh, yeah.
And McCutcheon's like plunder the locks.
Yeah.
They all like
That
grab
was
the
good.
stuff. Whenever I think of locks, I think of plunder the locks.
That's
Think
good.
of that commercial.
I do like that.
Those
But,
commercials were the best.
yeah, the ESPN's fallen off since not
Oh,
having
big
those.
time.
I mean, there's
Scott
plenty.
Van
We've
Pelt, I
talked
think,
about it
is
on this show many a times. ESPN has fallen off very much, but that's one of the big things that I miss
Yeah.
from ESPN.
They just
But,
don't even try making them anymore.
Yeah,
There's
It's,
so many
uh,
good ones. Arnold Palmer.
they had the
making
one
Arnold
with
Palmer.
I like the one they had with Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter. Like he's not even really a sports figure, but he was
Yeah.
just in the one commercial and he like wrangled the Florida Gators
Oh, yeah.
mascot. You ever see
Yeah.
that one?
Yeah.
I like the one where you got LeBron and he like goes and sits in a desk chair and he's like, something's off about the chair, and Scott Van Pelt's got his throne.
Yes, that
for
was
the king.
great.
No, I don't think so. I don't think I switched chair. That's a good one too.
The Ricky Fowler one. when he used to wear like all orange. He like pours the orange juice in his coffee.
Yeah,
that one's pretty great. Oh, this coffee milk must have gone bad.
there's a lot of good
There's
ones.
a lot of heaters.
There's a lot of very, very good ones. The Arnold Palmer one's spectacular, like you said.
Too many.
They got to bring those
Too
back.
many to name.
They got to bring those back. But so we're
football.
The weather's warming up a little bit. It's been in Pittsburgh and in Cleveland. It's been up and down. It was really cold, then it was warm, then it was really cold again. Now it's pretty warm today. What do we got?
Not bad. I think like 40,
45. Not too bad. No, I didn't need to wear a jacket today. I think that's pretty solid.
40 feels amazing.
Oh my God! Right? And when you
like
in the springtime, 45.
Come on.
If someone told me that it was 70 degrees out, I might believe them.
NFL draft next month.
I was gonna say in 2 months,
next month,
in about a month and a half.
Yeah,
the NFL draft comes right here to Pittsburgh. We're gonna have some
fun
content for that.
No
doubt. But
we're gonna be doing a little man on the street, I think.
Yeah, we're cooking something up. We're cooking something up with style. We got some stuff in the docket. But before we can get to draft season, it's free agent season first.
That's right.
So the NFL.com dropped their top 101 free agents of 2026.
Let's hear this.
This article is written by Greg Rosenthal, and there's some interesting names on the list. And one of the big reasons that I wanted to talk about this is because I also got an ESPN report today saying that this specific beat writer thinks that the Browns' 2026 starting quarterback for Week 1 is not currently on the roster. Deshaun Watson, Dylan Gabriel, and Shedeur Sanders are the three quarterbacks on the roster. I think everyone's pretty obviously doesn't expect it to be Dylan Gabriel. I think it's a two-horse race between Deshaun Watson and Shedeur at this time. But
what is he thinking? Drafting?
I think it's more a free agent guy because I don't think that there's or a trade, but I don't think there's any chance that they draft a guy, especially at what draft spot do they have? I don't even remember, but I just don't think this is the draft to draft a quarterback. I think next year is the year to do it.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah. Now, of course, the combine's kind of going on right now, so we'll see what happens and who's the combine favorite. I'm sure Mendoza will, if he gets taken, he'll get taken before the Browns spot.
Yeah.
But anyways, top 101 NFL free agents this year. Number 1. A guy who only started one game last year, only played in 4 games.
2, I think, right?
Pro Football Reference has him only starting one game.
Okay.
Started in one game, played in 4 games. Malik Willis formerly of the Green Bay Packers is the number 1 free agent on Greg Rosenthal's list. He's 27. He's entering year 5 of his NFL career. He came in last year. He looked good. He hasn't thrown a single interception since his rookie year. Now, since his
2022.
Yes, since 2022. Since then, he has only played in 14 games, and he's only started 3.
Uh-huh.
So he doesn't have, a ton to look at. Let's see. Let me see if I can do the math here real quick. He's got 94 passing attempts since his rookie year. He's got 74 completions.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good. You said that his 17 game projection or whatever you read off in the break?
Yeah, so I'm trying to I accidentally. Okay, so this was from a reply tweet. He says Malik Willis's Green Bay starts translate to 17 games. I think he's talking about like two games here.
3. He started 2 games last year. He started 1 game this past. He started 2 games in 2024, 1 game in 2025. Go ahead.
That's correct. So those 3 games translated to 17. That'd be 3,400 passing yards, 34 total touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 6 fumbles, a 79.6% completion percentage.
That's the biggest number to me.
I think that's huge. Well, this last one might be the biggest, 986 rushing.
Yeah.
Which, part of this article where it has him number 1 is the fact that he is the most dynamic quarterback in football as a runner, potentially. Could be.
The most in football or in the free agent class?
That's what this guy's saying. That's what your boy...
I don't know about that. I don't know if we're
Greg
going above Lamar quite yet. Or
Lamar's aging. Jaden Daniels wasn't quite as mobile. He might have to, with the injuries last year, he might need to take a step back on that.
What do you think of the top landing spots for Malik Willis? I've heard the Dolphins get kicked around a little bit.
I think
I don't think there's any chance that the Browns spend that type of money to bring him in at quarterback because it seems like he's going to end up getting $30 million a year, something like that.
Yeah, that's what Jordan Schultz said. He says that people that he's spoken to at the combine, all the GMs and stuff or their coaches are there. The people he's spoken to have said that Malik Willis getting $30 million a year is basically a foregone conclusion.
Yeah, and I don't think the Browns have them now. Does that ever stop them before? No, but they're not in a position to spend that type of money on a free agent quarterback right now.
That would be
especially a guy who's not as proven. So.
I know there's a lot of Steelers fans who are interested in Malik Willis. I'm not sure if the Steelers organization is, especially with Aaron Rodgers also being a free agent. When you have Mason Rudolph and Will Howard on the roster, I don't think it makes sense. I don't think they'll do it. But I think the Dolphins. That isn't that one team that you just said.
Yeah,
I think
the Dolphins are kind
sense.
of a top landing spot for him. I think they're ready to move on from Tua.
Feel bad for Mike
McCarthy.
No, McDaniel.
Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, I'd feel bad for him.
Yeah,
because I think he could have worked with Malik Willis a lot more than Tua. But yeah, Malik Willis. I think it's a bit of a stretch putting him at number 1 after we talk about some of these other guys.
The other QBs on the list, number 8 of the 101 top free agents, Daniel Jones, age 29, just came off of a really good year with the Colts, but tore his Achilles near the end of the year. Well, actually, he did tear his Achilles. I think that he maybe should be higher on this list, but again, coming off an Achilles at 29, he's aging. He had one really, really good year. But, in the past, in his back end of his tenure with the Giants, people called him the worst quarterback in the league a lot.
Yeah. I was one of them. Like, I was a guy who thought, like, why are the Giants sticking with Daniel Jones? We'll never win a Super Bowl with them. But then this past season, the run that they had in Indianapolis, it changed my opinion on the guy. But obviously, the injury changes things again.
Yeah.
So, personally, I'd rather have him than Malik Willis, I think.
In Pittsburgh? Or just in general?
I think just in general. I don't know. I think Malik Willis excites me in Pittsburgh because having Mike McCarthy to further develop him. Daniel Jones, I think, Indianapolis, that's kind of the peak of the guy that we're going to get out of him.
Yeah,
which is
and
great.
I also think that he's got a great situation, or he did this last year in Indianapolis. They got Jonathan Taylor, Alec Pierce, Caleb Downs.
Yeah.
Michael Pittman Jr. I think they have a really good offensive line. They had Tyler Warren. I don't think he's going to have the weapons, those type of weapons surrounding him in Pittsburgh.
Well, Daniel Jones could go back to the Colts.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that they don't have a super high draft pick. I don't think there would be any reason for them not to bring him back. I mean,
their other options are still Anthony Richardson
or Riley Leonard.
Yeah, which I don't know. I don't get why they didn't give Riley Leonard a chance at all.
Yeah, we talked about this at the end of last season, but how bad could Riley Leonard have looked that they would rather have brought in Phillip Rivers than let Riley Leonard go out there and sling it a couple games when they were basically already eliminated from playoff contention anyway.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they were one game and then they lost it, and then Phillip Rivers closed out the season.
As bad as Phillip Rivers looked, he was competitive.
Yeah. Oh, and he was fun to watch.
He was right there with the Seahawks.
That's right.
To win that one.
That is right. People said that at the end after the Super Bowl. Don't forget, however many years old, Phillip Rivers went toe to toe with the Seahawks.
That's right.
And almost took him down.
Never forget
Number
it.
59 on the 101 top free agents, Kirk Cousins. Now, there's a little red line next to his name,
Ridiculous.
and there's a line next to the names of people who have signed with teams, and then it has their team logo next to them.
Yeah.
But Cousins doesn't have the logo next to him, so I don't know if he's signed or not. But I don't think that there's any reason for the Falcons not to bring him back. I actually do think they have brought him back now at this point, now that I'm looking at it again, because it does say Atlanta Falcons. I think that are they going to draft a quarterback? Because people have said that Penix isn't what they thought he was. He got hurt. He's coming off a knee injury. Cousins had his moments though in last year.
That's a great question. I actually have no clue, because in my head I was thinking you got to give Penix another shot because he did look decent. He won some big games, but as far as like injuries go and what happened towards the end of the
season. He was very, very up and down, Penix, all season, really.
Yeah.
There were times where, you'd see Atlanta Falcons fans being like, get this guy off the field, and then they also went toe-to-toe with good teams and won in big situations. So now, again, this is another situation where a different quarterback in there could very easily succeed, I think. They got Drake London, they have Kyle Pitts, they have Bijan Robinson as well as Tyler Algier.
Yeah.
They got Dylan Drummond in the receiving room. I'm always going to shout him out for the Falcons.
The boy.
So I don't think that like their success hinges on Penix, but at the same time, they like 2 years ago they picked him with the 9th overall pick, right? Like you want that guy to end up being your franchise quarterback, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, they were hot towards the end of the season. Just to clarify something with Kirk Cousins, he is still on the Falcons, but the GM said on Tuesday that they're planning on releasing him.
Okay.
So he will be a free agent.
That makes sense.
I don't understand how he's ahead of Aaron Rodgers, though.
Yeah, so that was the next name. The next QB on the list is at number 63, Aaron Rodgers, 42 years old. The only other QB on the list is number 77, Marcus Mariota, 32 years old.
Wow.
I don't know about putting him on the top 100, but
he could be a good backup, though.
Yeah, definitely. I think for a team that needs a backup, why not?
Seems like a good dude, too.
Yeah.
Be a good leader.
Definitely.
Guy.
Well, there's also, you would hope so, but he also like quit on the Falcons a couple years ago and just kind of left the team like halfway through the season. He also was having a daughter at the time. He had a kid, and I don't
really remember that.
Really
honestly,
there was the year that that Netflix quarterback show was covering him.
Oh, really?
And like halfway through the year, they benched him for I think Desmond Ridder, and then he kind of just left the team pretty much. But yeah, in our last less than a minute here of the segment, Aaron Rodgers is at 63. Is there is he going to play for another team if it's not the Steelers? Or is he going to?
I don't know.
I feel like it's either the Steelers or the Vikings.
Yeah, we've been saying that.
No one else is going to sign him.
We've been saying that for like 2 years. It feels like.
Yeah,
the Steelers or the Vikings. Steelers or the Vikings. But
which
I think it really
the Vikings make the most sense. They're ready to win now. They don't have a great quarterback unless they're going to trust in 9 again.
I don't know how much the Vikings want him though. I think it's the same thing. Like he might think Vikings are a better situation, but I think the Vikings would rather roll the dice with somebody else.
Like Malik Willis. That's another spot Willis could go.
And I was also thinking the Falcons when we were talking about Penix and them. Like, I think that would be a good fit. I think they'd be instant contenders potentially.
Yeah.
But Aaron Rodgers, yeah, he is 42. Some of the comments in here are kind of crazy. It says he'd help a team more as a high-octane backup. Rodgers isn't going anywhere to be a backup.
No, he's not there for a paycheck. He's there to play and win games.
Yeah. And everything I've seen and heard, it sounds like Aaron Rodgers is going to be playing next year. Like, it doesn't really sound like he's retiring. I think he would have done that earlier. But he's probably going to drag his feet on this. He should make a decision before the draft, but he's probably going to end up maybe hurting the Steelers. But if they don't draft a quarterback this year, I think it's pretty safe to assume that Rodgers is coming back.
Do you think it'll be the same thing as last year where, like, he'll drag it out and then they'll sign him, like, week before OTAs?
Camp. Yeah. It's potential. I mean, there's a chance.
He wants the eyes on him.
You get the attention, but then you also, like, you don't have to do all the
That's exactly
workouts.
Right. That is true. Just like us, we want all the attention. So make sure you stick with us through this last break right here on Behind Enemy Lines.
Independent music has always been about doing things your own way, not cutting corners, not chasing trends, and definitely not handing everything off to someone who doesn't care about the end result. That's where Hellbender Vinyl comes in. Hellbender Vinyl is Pittsburgh's first and only custom vinyl record pressing plant trusted by artists across the country. They work hands-on with independent musicians to make sure each release sounds right and feels right start to finish. Every project includes 5 free test presses, so quality isn't a guessing game, it's built right into the process. So, if you're serious about your music and how it's released, don't settle for disposable formats. Press it with Hellbender Vinyl. Hellbent on quality, hellbent on service, hellbendervinyl.com.
Calling it like they see it. Lucas and Dom are back on WSRR Radio.
That's right, folks. It's that time of year. We're almost in March, where things just mean more. And we're proudly
Ooh, daddy.
going to be back again with our partners at GenericClothes.com. They're going to be back supporting us, sponsoring the Behind Enemy Lines second annual March Madness tournament. You're going to be able to join on the ESPN Bracket Challenge in just a couple weeks to enter into a prize to win a free t-shirt from GenericClothes.com. You're not going to want to miss this one. We're going to be giving out the details soon. But GenericClothes.com, you won't just be able to get a free t-shirt from them. You'll also be able to buy the coolest shirts online. That's right. They got some of the best stuff. Don't sell out to big branded clothing empires and their prices. Make a statement at their expense with GenericClothes.com. It's March. It's March. Who we liking this year?
I'm liking I like
Johnny's
I like
worst.
I like the Johnnies. We love Rick Pitino. Here, I actually have the exact details on how to enter. Venmo $1 for your entry to WSRR Radio on Venmo. It's at WSRR Radio. Confirm your entry via text or email at 216-859-8699 or stylesrebelradio@gmail.com. Confirm that you have entered there. You'll text or email there. Then we will send you a link to submit your bracket, and the winner will receive a free shirt stating contest winner from GenericClothes.com. So make sure that you guys join that as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Make your brackets once Selection Sunday hits, and you guys have a chance to win a free Generic Clothes shirt.
That's right.
GenericClothes.com shirt. Contest winner, baby.
Make a bracket, make a statement, and shop at GenericClothes.com. It's
That's
pretty much
exactly
simple as
right.
that. Now, I have a question, though, about this. I don't know if it's in the fine print, but if I were to pay like $10, can I do 10 brackets?
Yeah, you can repeat. You can make as many as you want.
I might put in 100.
At that point, you're just buying the shirt. You just have a chance of buying the shirt.
And notoriety. This guy won.
$15, you might as well just buy the shirt. You might not
Where's
even
the fun
win
in that?
if you throw 15 in or whatever, however much the shirt is.
I think one of them's got to win.
Yeah.
If I did 15,
You never know. There's some non-ball knowers out there.
not me.
Some non-ball knowers out there.
You know what really drives me nuts? When people just take the chalk. They just take all
Yeah.
the favorites. Like, you stink.
It's boring.
When they have all the
No
ones
fun.
in their Final Four, I'm like, bro, don't even look at me.
Yeah.
Don't even talk to me right
No
now.
fun. No fun at all.
If you don't have an 8 seed making it to the Sweet 16, like, don't even
You don't have a
talk to me.
12 seed. The 12s are where the 12s are where I
sure.
start licking my chops.
I'm excited to see the bracket because sometimes there's just schools that you just feel it. You just
Yep.
feel it in your plums. Like this
UNC
team's gonna make an upset.
UNC Wilmington. Oh
Yeah.
My God. UNC Greensboro.
I mean, you always love to see Dayton make it in there.
Love
if
Dayton.
Dayton's in
Well,
there.
they're the A10 favorite every year, pretty much. I think this year St. Louis might make it out of the A10.
Yeah, they're top 25 team this year. I'm pretty sure. Gotta love the A10. You always gotta rock with them. VCU. That's another one.
Gotta love the
usually
Rams.
gotta give them.
Mo Alley Cox.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't know he went there.
pretty positive.
Huh.
I might have just made that up.
He played basketball too,
Yeah, I think he only played basketball.
and they became a tight end in the NFL.
Yes.
I think you might be onto
Let's
something.
look it up. Mo Alley Cox, football tight end. The man. Education, Middleburg Academy, Virginia Commonwealth University.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
VCU played basketball there.
That's nice.
Nonchalant Dreadhead was throwing it down.
Now, I feel like you don't get the same Cinderella teams that you used to. Like, yeah, we got like St. Peter's a couple years ago.
UMBC, remember them?
Yeah, that was a nice one. But I was thinking about like the Wichita State Shockers.
Oh, I
a few
love
nights
the
ago.
Shockers. The Shockers made it deep one year.
Yeah, I think they made it to the Elite Eight.
So they went far.
They had a team. There's another team that I was trying to like think of a couple days ago, but I can't put my finger on. I think it was like a Florida team, and they made a deep run. It was similar time, like 2012.
FGCU?
Yes.
Yeah, they
That
were
might be
Plant
right.
City or Lob City, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, so great. FGCU was spectacular. I remember there was this one kid from my high school who was just like, I'm going to go to Florida Gulf Coast because of them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they did.
You'd always get a few guys going to schools just because they found out about
Yeah.
March Madness.
Florida Gulf Coast, though, was awesome. Actually, we had one guy who said that and then he didn't go there. But we had this one kid did go to Florida Gulf Coast from our high school, and he was like, Yeah, it's on the beach. Like it's just north. I think it's in Myrtle, or not Myrtle. Myrtle's in North Carolina, the Carolinas, but it's in it's just north of Naples. What is that? Fort Myers.
Oh yeah,
Fort Myers. He was like, it's on the beach.
Oh hell yeah!
Like, why would you not?
Yeah,
go there?
exactly.
And he did. He went there for a couple of years. I don't know if he graduated from there or not, but
there's like a school that's made it the last few years. I think it's St. Mary's.
St. Mary's, yeah.
You ever look at the campus there? It's
I have not. Is it gorgeous?
Yeah, it's like in California.
Top 10 best Cinderella runs in NCAA men's tournament history. Number 10, 2008
Davidson, yeah.
Of course.
Yep.
Of course, you got Steph Curry. 2023 Florida Atlantic turned into champions. That was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Right? Number 2013 Wichita State. There's your boys. Is that Fred VanVleet?
Yeah. Yeah, he was on that team.
Fred VanVleet was on that team?
Yeah.
Upset over Kelly Olynyk and one-seeded Gonzaga. That was one of their big wins. And they beat two-seeded Ohio State in the Sweet 16. Or no, excuse me, in the Elite Eight. They beat LaSalle in the Sweet 16.
Wow.
How about that?
LaSalle.
They had Wichita State and LaSalle both in the Sweet 16.
That's awesome.
It's kind of awesome.
LaSalle didn't get enough noise, though.
No, they did not. 2018 Loyola Chicago.
Yeah.
With
Sister
Jean, of course. 2022 St. Peter's. 2011 Butler. Is that when they went to the
Gordon Hayward?
Yeah, I was going to say Gordon Hayward. They went to
Brad Stevens.
To the finals.
I don't know what's crazier about that one, Gordon Hayward or Brad Stevens.
Yeah, Brad Stevens is
because now he runs the Celtics pretty much.
Yes, he does.
He was the head coach, and now he's like the president.
VCU in 2011, they won in an overtime thriller against Florida State. That was in the second round. They beat USC in the first four just to get into the tournament. And then they head coach Shaka Smart. What a name.
That is a great name.
That's just a spectacular
good coach, too. He hasn't done well the last few years in March Madness, though.
I don't know. Where's he at now?
It's a Big East team. It's either...
Big East still exists?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's
just a basketball conference only.
I don't know. I don't really know much about college basketball, if I'm being honest.
2006 George Mason. I don't know anything. 1985 Villanova. They've turned into a basketball powerhouse now. And 1983, of course, with Coach V, the NC State Wolfpack. That's number one. 1983. The Cinderella story of all Cinderella stories.
But Davidson, number one.
Steph Curry. No, number 10.
Oh, that was 10. Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Sorry.
Apologies.
Sorry to burst your bubble.
Apologies. It would have been nice seeing an 8-10 team. LaSalle was mentioned in there. Nice, though. So,
hey, Loyola Chicago is now an A-10 team.
Yeah.
They were not at the time, but now they are.
So, final four contenders right now. This is like bracketology by the boy Joe Lenardi. Michigan, Nebraska, and Illinois. Those are the teams this year that they're thinking are nicey. Heard a lot of noise about Michigan.
Huskers.
The Huskers got upset by Iowa. That was the team I was trying to remember last week on the show.
Is Indiana any good? I remember when Indiana was good at basketball.
Indiana is a sleeper team.
Oh, yeah?
Lenardi, so
when they had Victor Oladipo, that was awesome. I don't watch enough college basketball. I think I need to get back into it. I think the older I'm getting, the more, like, sports I'm getting into, kind of. Like, maybe not sports, but, like, leagues and stuff. Like, I really wasn't that into college football when I was in college.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get more and more into it. I think my next step is getting into college basketball.
College basketball is fun.
It is. There's just too many teams. It's just so hard to keep track of.
I hate to say it, but the most fun way to watch college basketball is like betting on it. Because it's chaotic. Because they're not
Don't try
great.
to drag me in. Every time I'm out, they pull me back in.
But betting on like an over in a college basketball game is thriling sometimes.
Or like the race to 16 or something like
I don't
that.
do that
I've seen some of those.
I don't do that.
Stick with us for more March Madness. I don't know, projections, more March Madness talk, free agents talk. Stick with us right here behind enemy lines. Thank you guys for listening. Have a spectacular rest of your Friday and a wonderful last weekend of February. Thank you guys for listening to WSRR Radio.
Peace.
The preceding program was a sponsored production. The views, claims, and ideas expressed may not represent those of WSRR Radio.